Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Monday. Today is Monday, May 4th, 2020, and this is Mrs. Williams, your principal of Taft. So good morning to all our Taft wizards. Let's please start our day by standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And you might be wondering why the flag is at half staff. That is something that the New York State governor had asked all businesses and state officials to put it half staff while we're going through this coronavirus. And when all the doctors and the scientists can help us and figure it out, which they're doing that each and every day, then we can return the flag up to full staff. So that's why it's at half staff. The weather. Did you boys and girls enjoy that gorgeous sunshine this weekend? And you can see that the sun is shining right now and it's beautiful out here today. You can see the trees are budding. And by the way, I don't know if you guys ever noticed the animals that I have out there. Mr. Williams is into archery with a bow and arrow, so those are his targets. Mrs. Williams attempted archery, but it just wasn't for me. It takes too much concentration. I think I told you guys that before, but it is a very fun activity if you'd like to get into archery. I know we've had a 4th grade archery club and a 5th grade archery club, and they really liked it. So today we're starting our 8th week of distance learning outside of school. I can't believe it's been 8 weeks. And boys and girls, I don't know if you heard, but also our New York State governor has decided to close our school buildings for the rest of this school year. And I know that breaks our heart because we all miss you very much, and distance learning is not easy. It's not what we were meant to do, but we know that the scientists and the doctors are helping us each and every day to get through this coronavirus, and we look forward to the day that we can be back in school together. So we have 8 weeks left of school, and your teachers are continuing to create lessons. And a little question I have for you guys, or a task I would like to ask you anyway, is come up with a goal. Set a goal for yourself for these next 8 weeks. Do you really want to work very hard at becoming a better reader? Do you really want to work hard at becoming quicker at your math facts? Or maybe you want to work really hard at getting better at your handwriting. If you ever notice, my notes are always written in mostly cursive, but that's something that I really took time to practice when I was a child. So maybe there's some things that you really want to work hard on. So set yourself a goal and then work on it each and every day. We have 8 weeks left of school, so let's do that. And we are working on something very special for our 5th graders. I know it was very sad to hear that we're not going to get to see you at the end of this school year, but I want you to know that the teachers and the administrators in the district are working very hard to come up with something special for our 5th graders to move on to the middle school. So our acceptance quote for today, because remember, acceptance is about accepting each other's differences. So this one has to do with our differences because we're not all the same. So it says, don't be afraid of being different. Be afraid of being the same as everybody else. So boys and girls, we're all very different, and that's what makes us wonderful. So please don't be afraid of being different. Being different is wonderful. What we would be afraid of is if we were all the same. That would not be good. So let's go to M is for majestic. We have 2 letters, T and U. And let's see if I can do this on here. And if you notice, this weekend I cleaned my front patio. I picked up most of the weeds. That was a fun activity. All right, so here we have letter T. And I'm going to read this. You can look, but you probably won't find a more beautiful mountain scene than the Rocky Mountains in Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming. From a deep valley called Jackson Hole, the Tetons rise straight up in a jagged wall of granite. Back in the 1820s, this was the territory of the mountain men. These legendary trappers had names like Jedediah Smith and Broken Hand Fitzpatrick. Miles from any help, they wandered alone through the snow, hunting for beaver. Danger was on all sides. The cold grizzly bears, and the trappers' sworn enemies, the Blackfeet. By the 1840s, most of the beaver were gone, and so were the mountain men. T is for Grand Teton, and the days way back when these hills were haunts of the fabled mountain men. And over here we have U. Ooh, that's interesting. I'm going to read this first. From a place called Island in the Sky, you can look over Canyonlands National Park in Utah. There you will see an amazing desert landscape of deep river canyons, distant peaks that look like ruined castles, and a great big hole in the ground. Upheaval Dome. Scientists believe a giant meteorite slammed into the earth a few thousand years ago and made this 3-mile wide hole. Wow. Canyonlands also contains some of the most unusual pictographs found in the Southwest. Pictographs are ancient drawings carved into rock walls by early Americans thousands of years ago. Many of these drawings are of people and animals, but many of them are also of strange figures, creatures that look as if they came from another world. And it says, U is for Upheaval Dome, a most unusual sight, a great big hole in Canyonlands made by a meteorite. And that's an image of the Upheaval Dome in Canyonlands, Utah. And those are the pictographs. Well, that was interesting. All right, so today is May the 4th. And if you're a Star Wars fan, today is what we celebrate as May the 4th be with you. Because, you know, in Star Wars we say, May the Force be with you. So today is May the 4th, and we've celebrated this as a Star Wars Day since, 2011. It started in Canada. This celebration started in Canada. So if you're a Star Wars fan, I want you to get out all of your Star Wars toys, figures, costumes, and enjoy May the 4th. And let's see a little bit of trivia here for our Star Wars fans. You probably know this already. But who was the creator of Star Wars? And if you said George Lucas, you're right. And what was the year the first film was filmed? And it was the year that Mrs. Williams was born. It was in 1977. So in 1977, that was the first Star Wars film created by George Lucas. And who did George Lucas sell his production company to? In 2012, George Lucas sold his production company, Star Wars production company, to Disney in 2012. And if you don't know how many movies, I had to look this up. I know a student was trying to tell me all of them, but there are actually 11 movies total. So there's the 3 separate trilogies. A trilogy is a set of 3. So 3 times 3 is 9. And then they created 2 other movies. So there's 11 movies. But there's also TV shows and specials and books and all kinds of things. There's games out there now. So I want you to enjoy May the 4th today as Star Wars Day. It's also Bird Day. This day celebrates all kinds of birds in North America. There are over 2,000 species of birds in North America. That's incredible. So maybe if you get outside today and try to identify some of the birds or listen, there's a lot of birds out in the mornings. But you can celebrate Bird Day. And also for the food of the day, it's Candied Orange Peel Day. Now, when I was researching this, I didn't think I ever ate a candied orange peel, but you might have in a cookie or a trail mix, and you can actually make candied orange peel. So it's boiled, sliced, and sugared orange peels, if you like that. I think it sounds pretty good. So boys and girls, I want you to enjoy your Monday. And, oh, you want to see the animals. 1 second. Archer. Let's see. Oh, there he is. He's like, yep. You a good boy? He loves the sunshine, so he's up. He likes to be in the sunshine. And the boys are squeaking. Let's see. Pip and Squeak. There's Squeak. There's Pip inside Squeak's hat. All right, well, there we go. There's Pip and Squeak and Archer. I want you to enjoy this beautiful day, boys and girls. Happy Monday. May the 4th be with you, and I'll see you tomorrow.